All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to a Pants update video for the guide on our lovely 3.26 Vortex of Projection build. It's the dawn of the third day for me. I hope your league start has been going quite as successful as mine has. I feel like it's the fastest I've ever gotten through the campaign, completed all the maps, and it feels really good. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick update on kind of some of the experiences I had during particularly the campaign into basically like the Kitava switch. That was kind of some of the stuff that actually changed the most. I also got a couple other interesting tips that I think makes the guide a little bit better. I did go ahead and change all of those in the guide and did an updated guide, which I'll link here. And then I'll have a second POB with just my current setup. So you kind of have an idea, you know, maybe after the first weekend, if you've been playing for however many hours I've been playing for, 20 plus, what your, what your goal is basically, or what you're setting up for. So let me go over a couple of the changes first. The first one, that was just a very nuanced thing that was really good. Slower projectiles, I don't think you need them at all, just great. So you still do the 2 to get the extra balls, and then actually throw Culling Strike on there. Gives you, it's Culling Strike. Just, it's a great way to get to kill bosses in particular, but just kind of adds 10% to your DPS typically. So I feel like that's a great way of doing, just adding that little extra in there really helps out on bosses. But yeah, I'm still on a 5 link. It is one of the things I was debating was going for a crappy 6 link, a corrupted one. Oh, let's D&D them for a moment. They're like money. And I'm like, video. Anyway, but I definitely was debating going for a crappy 6 link early. I happened to get this one for, I think it was 20 chaos. And I crafted on it. Mostly I just wanted a lot of evasion rating was the goal. I happened to get the chaos roll, which was great. And I actually I think I used 1 essence on it, and then I happened to get the T1 evasion. Yeah, the T1 evasion and energy shield there, plus the T2 percentage, which is like really good for to me. It's really important to get a nice strong evasion body. Usually you can do necrotic armor. It's harder because of the stat requirements. So like in the guide, my recommendations, for your first upgrades, careful planning. I got that for, I think it was like 10 chaos or so. So perfect roll on it, which was great. Very cheap. And then from there, I went ahead and get the Aziris, which is about 60 chaos at the time. I got a really nice one with cold damage leech his life. You would prefer lightning damage, obviously, but this still helps give you some kind of leech early. I also have additional leech here, I think. Oh, it's on the amethyst for spell damage. Yeah, so those 2 things, and then I made the swap with the Kitava's Thirst as well. I tried out using the 2-button build, and I couldn't do it. So if you are using a 2-button build with the Frost Nova, with Firestorm, I would actually recommend, if you don't like the 2-button build at all, just stay on Firestorm for a little bit longer. Kitava's Thirst was like one chaos when I bought it. I'm sure they're gone up a little bit, especially if you're getting 50 mana on there. But yeah, 1 chaos here. Vortex of Projection was 3 chaos, and then Frostblink of Winter Mastery was actually the most expensive one, which I thought was funny, was 10 chaos. Again, this was when I bought them. They could change, but I would anticipate this being the most expensive part at the moment because not as many people are playing Archmage right this moment. So but yeah, so upgrades, careful planning, Azirius Phobal, and then basically you kind of wanted to make the Kitava switch. What I would recommend is you get your helm. You have enough currency to get 2 profane wands, And then basically you want the Essence of Misery, which gives you the cast speed, like the guaranteed cast speed. And you just buy 2 of those, roll each of them. So you have that guaranteed 30 or 40-ish cast speed, depending. You could go higher to your essences if you want to. And you could roll a couple times if you want to, but you only need the 2 just to get enough cast speed, because you want the build to feel good. That's more the point. If you roll either spell damage or maximum mana, one of those 2 things, great, and then craft the other one on. And that's it. That's pretty much how you make these kind of wands, the early ones at least. I had this one's a little bit better. I rolled a couple times on it, so these aren't like the original ones. I think I might still have them. Let's see. So yeah, this is like, these are some of the first ones that I had, where it was like mana. I didn't actually have the cast speed on them yet because I made the switch before I essenced, and then immediately like regretted it and then did it. So, but yeah, cast speed, spell speed, mana, that hasn't changed. Kitava's the same. And then from there, I looked into a amethyst ring and started trying to solve chaos resist. So we're talking like, this is probably end of yellow maps, red maps, you know, getting into things that can kill you with chaos damage a little bit more effectively. And then the like kind of final upgrade that I've made so far is the necrotic armor, for just general use. The one thing that I did get really lucky on was a natural instinct. I just happened to be looking at different upgrades and seeing pricing. I got this for 3 divine, which is, I think, a deal. Again, it could stay the same, but this one also had really nice corrupted effects, or at least it had 2, which is good. I feel like it's really good for early games. Obviously, you would want something more impactful for later because you will get ailment immunity eventually. But it's not a bad idea sometimes to just look at the core uniques and just see if one of them, if you get a good deal the first weekend. Because this is normally this is like 8 divine. It's interesting because this and Light of Meaning kind of flipped a little bit, which I was not expecting. Light of Meaning, the one I checked them last night, were at 8 divine for the mana ones. So, but yeah, that is, I think, about it for upgrades. I was able to, once I got this 5-link online for red maps, I've been able to completely clear all of the red maps. I'm still missing some uniques over here, like the classic ones, the Coward's Trial, Putrid Cloister. I think, yeah, Vault of Itzuri. So I'll probably go ahead and purchase those up today, just knock out the last 3 points of the Atlas. But yeah, I was able to clear everything. You know, some of the T16 corrupted maps are terrifying. You're gonna die still. You're still squishy, so you know, don't fret about dying too much, but you will have enough damage on a 5-link to clear everything, which is good. And today my plan is to basically go in and try to get this to a 6-link and just go for a nice necrotic armor. So I'm gonna save up some divine to get that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try to 6-link it myself or just buy a 6-link base. It's kind of still haven't made that decision yet. So that's gonna be my next upgrade. And then following that will probably be Light of Meaning. So that would be getting us into probably about the 20 divine mark worth of gear. Yeah. Oh, also I did a streamer meme yesterday, and I bought a Stygian Vise, and I hit it with 1 essence of for Misery, or Envy for Chaos Resist, and that's what I got. I got like a 4 divine belt. I was just like, okay, sure, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, just, you know, make your upgrades. I kind of went over like the most important ones when you make the switch and getting into early progression. But if you have any more questions on like gearing stuff or crafting some of the harder stuff, just let me know. I feel like most of it is just essence based, pretty easy. Get 2 or 3 good stats on stuff and call it good, and that will get you to red maps pretty easily. Farming wise, Definitely seeing a little bit of the nerfs on Eater Searing Exarch, but still great for the first week. You basically essentially each of the currencies that they drop are worth at least a chaos, sometimes 2 or 3, maybe even 4 with the greater or the grand ones. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'll probably work on my 3rd and 4th void stones today as well. So, but yeah, again, if you guys any comments or questions, suggestions, or anything, just feel free to leave them below, and please do like, subscribe, all those great things. And I hope that this update helps. Yeah, y'all go have fun with the end of the weekend, and I will catch y'all later. Bye.